Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendants. My readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Libra, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember that they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. You should always use your own discernment. Before you start, as you always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your key to the week, you got the Sun card, right? Light, heat, blessings, joy, abundance, happiness. And also, what do I always say with the Sun card as a, not even a disclaimer or to put a downer on it, but just to remind people, like, prosperity doesn't always mean money. Abundance doesn't always mean wealth. Just like the Sun card doesn't always mean all of your problems are suddenly magically going to be solved. Sometimes it literally just means that the situation that you have is not going to be as challenging as it will be. Or it just suggests that you're going to have an easier time of it. So, you know, yes, expect all of the big, bold, glorious stuff, but be grateful if sometimes you just sort of mosey on through the week as well, right? With that said, remember the Sun card does lighten and lessen all of the challenges and enhance all of the blessings. For those of you that are continued subbies, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. So, sorry about my laughing spell there. Something very funny had occurred to me and unfortunately I couldn't get it out of my mind. So I hope that I made you laugh. For your actions and options, you have the Five of Pentacles. So look at that straight away, right? The Sun card is working in your favor. The Five of Cups can be a lot about loss of money, resources. Because you've got it in the actions and options, this suggests that it will be a small loss, right? And because you've got the Sun card in close proximity, it suggests that it will be a small loss or it will be one that recovers. So this week, let's say, as an example, let's say one of your investments takes a dip and then it shoots back up through the sky a few days later. It kind of suggests to me, because your actions and options is about what you do as well. Look after your physical self this week, especially if you're doing any form of travel at a distance away from the home. All right, this is a week to really look after yourself. It could be one of those things that's like, you know, it could be something really as trivial as you trip down the stairs, but it's hilarious. Do you know what I mean? And we've all been there, right? It's not far away from what I was giggling at as well. I find things like that, things that are like really shocking, very funny. It's always my response, and it's probably not an appropriate one, but it is the one that I have. You know, if I see someone fall over in the street, I'll be the first person to help them, but I will laugh, unfortunately, because that's just, you know, I find things like that shocking but funny, and unfortunately is how I process them. So it's not always a good thing, I can assure you. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Strength card. So you've got a double hit of Leonine energy here as well, right? So when it comes to the conversations this week, if there's something that you need to ask for, maybe a pay rise, if there's something that you know is going to be a challenging conversation to be had, this might be the week to have it. Now, the Strength card suggests that you are having to, you're kind of psyching yourself up to have that hard conversation, but the Sun card suggests that the outcome, providing you dig in for the strength, is absolutely in your favor. If you are studying or if you're in any sort of academic field at this moment in time, the Strength card is really asking you to go for it, right? This is about having those far-reaching ideas. It's about maybe chasing after something that either hasn't been done yet or something that kind of flies in the face of what you're doing, right? Anything that truly made a difference, anything that we can consider pioneering, was new, it was novel, it was completely in the face of everything else that was suggested at that time, but somebody was brave enough to take a risk. If you're studying this week, it has to be you. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, again, if you want to ask for a pay rise, if you want more money, if you want more visibility or responsibility in your work, this is a good week to ask for it. I'm going to say this though, this may very well be one of those weeks where what you ask for, you will get. And so you just want to be prepared for that, right? Maybe you say to your boss, you know, I want more responsibility around here. I want to be respected for my hard work, etc. And your boss says, okay, great, I've got all of this that needs to be done. There you go. You know, results could be instantaneous somewhat this week. When it comes to your business owners, people that work for themselves, entrepreneurs, again, having the boldness and the daring to really be seen as you are, not as somebody else wants you to be or somebody else needs to be. This is not a week for you to fit in, Libra. This is a week for you to stand out for being who you truly and genuinely are at that core level. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this might be a week where you are having to look at the finances to get a better understanding of, you know, whether you are going to need to go back to work or whether you need to look at your outgoings a bit more closely. For your love and relations, you've got the Queen of Cups. This is really about nourishing and nurturing the relationship. Like, this would be a really good week for you to start looking at what the partnership, the marriage, the long-term commitment needs more of. Do you need more fun? Do you need to look at the finances and maybe have some challenging conversations about that? Do you need to book a holiday? Do you guys need time off away from the kids? Like, whatever it is, this week is a good week to really think about what maintenance has to be done on the relationship. Where is it that things can improve by what it is that you're doing? And the other thing is, for those of you that are single, honestly, this is just a week to enjoy. Like, this a week to be flirtatious. It's a week to be maybe even a little bit ostentatious, which, you know, could be a lot of fun. It's a week for you to really enjoy the sensual nature of attraction, right? So this is a week for you to get noticed for sure. I'm not entirely sure anything comes of it with this combination. It could just be a lot of flirtation, a lot of fun, a lot of, you know, hand holding, face stroking, you know, all of that kind of stuff. I don't know why, but there's just something about it that doesn't really feel substantive to me, but we'll see. And then for your money and materials, you've got the Nine of Cups with the Strength card and the Sun. I really want to say to you this week, if you can dream it, you can have it, right? It really is that simple. The Nine of Cups is a great card for finances because it suggests that you already have an idea or a desire, a financial desire in mind. The Strength card is basically saying through your work or your connections, it can be made, but you've got to have the guts to go after it. And the Sun card basically says that it could be a success. So the question becomes, are you ready? Are you ready to do that work? Are you going to step in for it? Are you going to show up for it? The other thing is, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Nine of Cups is it's a card of healing, right? So for those of you that have had any challenges or issues, specifically with the back, the spine, or the heart, again, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice. This suggests a very good week for you because it could be that you're having a breakthrough in your healing journey. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, the Nine of Cups is warm, it's vibrant, it's just gorgeous and glowy. And interestingly enough, it actually represents Jupiter in Pisces, right? So there's, you know, we've currently got Jupiter in Pisces. So how big do you want it? Right? What kind of abundance are you talking? And more importantly, get specific on that. If right now abundance means money to you, be clear on that. If right now abundance means more opportunities for work, be clear on that. if it means more opportunities for love, like whatever it is, get specific. This is what you're being asked to do this week, because a lot of you, it feels like you've got the desire for something. Now you need to start shaping it, right? The universe is giving you the clay this week. You need to shape it into whatever you want to put into the kiln. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.